Hey everybody. Hello. Happy Sunday night. Um, I am just coming off of my Napkin Art Live event that was here in Fort Worth, Texas. And so I'm still kind of on this crafty high, like this creative high. We had so much fun, and everything we did, just seeing what everyone was creating and making, it was just incredible. So we wrapped things up around noon today. Today was our final day. We opened up the shop for people to come over and do tours and photo ops. And I had some lunch, and then I had a little siesta on the couch. I had a little nap on the couch. um, but you guys, it was awesome. My heart is just like overflowing. We just had the very best time. So, just want to say hello, and I want to thank you for popping in tonight, because tonight we're going to be talking about the live reveals and giving you information stuff about what's going on in my 4 creative membership groups in April. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about. But I do want you to stay tuned this week, because we took a lot of pictures. We've got some video. We've got some things. And we definitely want to share with you some of our experiences that we just truly, truly enjoyed at Napkin Art Live, which was Thursday through this morning. So just tons of fun. So just that will be coming. We'll have information for you. Also, those of you that are interested in coming to virtual, we're doing a virtual event, which is an online virtual Napkin Art Live. That's coming up on April 11th and 12th. For those of you that have been patiently waiting, you signed up, sight unseen, haven't seen the projects, none of that. We couldn't show you because we wanted it to be a full-on surprise for our in-person attendees. Well, now the cat's out of the bag. We took pictures of their projects. We took pictures of my projects, just all of the things. So we're going to be sharing, we're going to be telling all. We're going to be sharing pictures of all the projects, everything, so that those of you that have signed up for the virtual Napkin Art Live, you can still sign up, by the way. And so for some of you that maybe were kind of on the fence and waiting because you just kind of wanted to see the projects, wanted to see what we were doing in those workshops, there's four about 3-hour workshops that we're scattering out across Friday the 11th and Saturday the 12th of April. And then you'll also have access to watch the replays. Okay, so you'll be able to watch the replays. You don't have to do all the projects in 2 days. You'll have extra time to be able to do those on your own. Your own. You can work on those at your own pace on your own schedule. So I see some of my Napkin Art Live attendees out here watching right now, and it just was amazing. I don't know. I'm not usually at a loss for words, but it truly was just an amazing experience in so many ways. So anyway, super glad that everyone that came seemed to enjoy themselves, all the things. So just telling you as you're signing on right now that we will be sharing more info, posting more pictures, kind of letting you see all the fun that we had. And then you can make up your own mind about possibly purchasing a virtual ticket. Okay, so it looks like I have quite a few people watching right now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and set up our live giveaway. We're going to be giving away 4 things tonight. 4 things tonight. Let me find my little link here. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so we're collecting comments right now. Okay, collecting comments right now. So throughout our time together this evening, I'm going to be doing some live reveals for what's happening in April in the Fabric Fan Club, also in the Napkin Club. But I'm also going to share with you, because I have 2 new mini series starting in April in the Page Builders Clubhouse. and also in my Faith Drilling Experience group. So I'm just giving you the lowdown. You're getting the April lowdown tonight. And after every little, I guess we'll call it segment or whatever, after we're talking about each one, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'll tell you what we're giving away as we go. Okay? Does that sound good? Deborah says she's going to be napkinizing everything now. Yay! That's awesome, Deborah. It was so good to see you at the event. Vicky was at the event too, and she says she's excited to see what all's happening here in the creative groups for April. Yeah, you see a little tiny peek right here, just a little tiny peek. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. Some of you are watching live right now on my Facebook page at Miss Tracy Creates. Some of you are watching on my YouTube channel. So hello to our YouTubers out there. Going forward, just so you guys know, you know that Facebook is kind of making a few changes with length of time that you can watch lives and videos and all of the things. So from here on out, anything that I'm doing publicly on my Facebook page is also going to be streamed publicly to my YouTube channel. So even though you'll have, 30 days access to watch replays through Facebook, you can watch through the YouTube channel as many times as you wish for my public workshops, public lives, anytime I'm revealing or doing any type of video publicly. Okay. All right. So it is Sunday night. It is March 30th. I don't know where March went, but man, it just blew by really fast, really, really fast. So we're getting excited. We're entering the month of April. And April to me is always such a fun month, especially here where I live in Texas. April is a beautiful month. It's just really mild, wonderful weather. We may have a few thunderstorms pop up here and there, but the flowers start blooming again, right? Like our bluebonnets, which is our state flower, they're starting to come up everywhere. You can tell it's going to be a beautiful bluebonnet season, beautiful wildflower season here in April. The tulips are coming up and all of those things. So April is always just such a beautiful month to me because color comes back. Life comes back, right? The grass just turns green again, even though a lot of places, things have started to green up in March, but really the things start blooming, right? We start to see all the blooms and things. So that's going to kind of help me segue into my first live reveal tonight. April, what I'm going to kick us off with tonight is Fabric Fan Club. Okay, so if you're a Fabric Fan Club member, just give me a shout out in the comments. Just say, I'm a member. I love fabric, whatever you want to say. Maybe say some, one of the things you love about the Fabric Fan Club. But our Fabric Fan Club in April is going to be getting a specialty stitching kit. And because it's April and because I love this month so much, the specialty stitching kit this month is called In Bloom. Okay. So one thing I want to let you know, especially those of you that aren't in the Fabric Fan Club, or maybe you were in for a while and now you're not, I want to make sure you know that we've kind of changed things up a little bit. You get something different every other month now. So let me kind of walk you through that. So in March, our Fabric Fan Club members got a fabric bundle. So our fabric bundles contain six fat quarters of fabric, beautiful fabrics that I kind of hand curate and put together myself for the projects that we're going to make. I am very much a maker at heart, a crafter at heart. So we don't always do the typical things that you might see in a Fabric Fan Club. Everything that I do in there is sometimes it's just playing with fabric, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute with this kit. Sometimes we hand stitch, and I love hand stitching. So that's one of the things I want you to know right off the bat. You don't need a sewing machine to be a member of the Fabric Fan Club. Now, you might have one, and you might want to use it on your projects, and that's totally fine, but you don't have to have one. And my concept of hand stitching, I call it freestyle stitching. Basically, you guys, what we're doing is we're doodling. We're kind of doodling with thread. It is not like old school embroidery. We're very kind of whimsical in our approach to hand stitching. The stitches don't all have to be the same length. They can be kind of wonky. In fact, we kind of want them to be a little whimsical and wonky. And we've just done some fabulous projects. So when you get the fabric bundle, the March fabric bundle, we actually are working on our projects for 2 months. So when you get that, about 8 weeks roughly, okay, about 8 weeks, once you receive your fabric bundle, for the next 8 weeks, we're making projects from that fabric bundle. But I want you to get some fun happy mail from me every single month. So the month after that, which for us is April, you get a stitching kit. So we've been doing this now since, gosh, when, gals? September, I think, September of last year, or maybe it was August, September of last year. And our members love it. We have more time to work with the fabrics that come every other month, but then we also have the fun of, you guys have the fun of me sending you a specialty fabric kit, a specialty stitching kit, which I'm about to show you what April's will look like. Okay. So, I think you're going to like it because it's all about handmade flowers. Okay. It's all about handmade flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this over here and let you see what's going on. So this is our April. I called it In Bloom. It's the In Bloom April Specialty Stitching Kit. Okay. It's so, so cute. So what are you going to receive? Well, I had this shiplap tag custom designed for us. And I don't know if you can see, there's actually this is fabric. This is fabric that we've actually decoupaged onto this wooden shiplap tag. Okay. So this is actually fabric. There's a hole right here, and I haven't cut through my hole yet, but we're going to be doing that when we kind of meet up. I'm going to tell you about different ways that you could display this cute project. And then everybody's also going to get this mason jar. Now I'm going to try to kind of hold this because I wanted to pull out some of the flowers tonight so I could show you. But do you see how it's this cute little, again, wooden mason jar? But it's got an opening in it. Okay, it's got an opening in it, and then we're filling it with our fabric flowers. And I just, all of our stitching kits have been, and the girls will tell you that are in the Fabric Fan Club, they have been so unique, extremely unique. I try to make them all different. I want to give you more exposure to the types of things you could be making with your fabric stash, right? With the felts, with the fabric, with the ribbon, whatever it is that you have in your stash. So this particular month, you're going to learn how to make several different flowers. Okay, several different flowers. Look at these little wrapped roses. I threw these in because, I'm a Texas girl. It's kind of a replica of bluebonnets. But these could be done. I mean, I think they're just so pretty. These are what we call kind of a rag rose. You can see, I think you can see their torn edges. Really, really pretty. And you'll see that there's different things in the centers of some of these. Okay. So you're going to get everything that you need in the kit. You're going to have the shiplap tag base. You're going to have the wooden mason jar. Everything you see right now is fabric on the mason jar, fabric here, a little bit of felt and fabric in the little label. I stitched out the word bloom. You guys could stitch whatever words you want, but I love creating these dimensional flowers. So the only thing that I haven't added to my cute little mason jar fab flower bouquet or In Bloom April stitching kit is some leaves. So we will be creating, some fun little leaves. We're going to be popping some little leaves in here. So it's going to be really nice and full. And it's going to look precious, right? It's just going to be so cute. It's one of those things that actually could stand if you wanted it to stand, because we've got a little bit of a base. We've got kind of the thickness of the, the mason jar here, but it also could hang. It also could be on an easel. Like there's several things. I think it could be cute, even nestled into a wreath if you wanted it on your front door, just anything. So you're going to learn several different flower making techniques. Okay. And we're going to be working a little bit with fabric in a different way. It's almost like we're painting with fabric, where surfaces that normally crafters paint, right? Well, instead of painting them, we're going to decoupage them with fabric. And I'm going to show you how to do that. It's really super fun. And I think you guys are going to love this project so much. Try to use really kind of springy colors, right? But I think this could be pretty to even have out all through the summer as well. Okay. You can't wait to do this one? Yay. That's awesome, Liz. Yes, it is going to be really, really fun. Now, because if you do join now so that you get the April specialty stitching kit, I want you to keep in mind we're still making some projects with the March fabric bundle. So we will offer that to you as well. If you decide you want to come and join us in the Fabric Fan Club, Cheryl will reach out to you and just say, hey, if you would like to also make some of the projects we're making in the club during March, and she'll give you a little link to be able to shop for that. Okay. Now, what comes after April? May. So May will be a fabric bundle. June will be a specialty stitching kit. July is a fabric bundle. August is a stitching kit. Do you see? We just go every other month, just like that. And it is working beautifully. It really is. Gives us a lot more time for our stitching projects because I don't want us to feel rushed. It's one of my most relaxing things. One of my most, to me, kind of therapeutic, relaxing activities. And out of all of 4 of the creative membership groups, it's just something, at least for me, that's what it is for me. It's very therapeutic. It's very relaxing. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. I hope that you enjoy seeing these. They do have wire stems, so we can bend them. We can shape them. So we'll be going into great detail. I'm going to slide this one out real quick. Like I said, I don't have them permanently in here just yet because we're going to be adding leaves. And I also wanted to hold them up for you tonight. So you're going to learn exactly how we take our fabric. Everything you see will be provided for you other than anything wet. Okay. Does that make sense? So the fabric for these pink roses, the felt that wraps the rose, the wire, any felts that you see here, any fabrics that you see here, and of course the surfaces. So all of that is provided for you in the kit. The only thing not provided for you would be like Mod Podge. We are going to use Mod Podge for decoupaging. And then we don't provide the threads that will get used on this kit, just because most of our members have already built up their stash. They've built up their stash of threads. We will let you know which colors, but you guys, the majority of this is not stitched. Okay, so you're going to be just fine. It is just something that I look forward to doing and making every time spring rolls around. Some cute spring fabric and felt flowers. Okay, so this is our kit. I'm so excited. So one thing I do want you to know, Marla, I just used the Mod Podge mat. The Mod Podge mat is what I use. So the other thing I wanted to tell you, again, we're going to be adding some leaves. It's going to look nice and full. It's just going to be so cute, but just wanted to give you a peek tonight so that you could tell what all was going to be going on in here, and give you just a little look-see at some of the flowers, the cute little flower bouquet. Okay. This is called In Bloom. It's the April Specialty Stitching Kit. Now, some of you are watching and you're like, I want to make this. Like, I want to make this. If you do sign up because you want this kit, you can. We don't require a contract. We don't require that you sign up for, a specific amount of months or however much time at a time. You can come in and sign up. And then if you decide, you try it out, if you decide it's not for you, We just need you to cancel. You can cancel on your own through the website, or you can email us to cancel you. And we just need to know that we need that cancellation information from you, or request from you, before the last day of the month. We try to just keep it that simple. Okay. Now, the other thing I have to tell you is the Fabric Fan Club right now is operating off of a wait list. Okay. Now, I already know we have some spots to fill. We were able to make, I know the exact number of In Bloom April stitching kits that we were able to put together. We have some open spots. So to grab one of those open spots, we need you to go put your name on our wait list. I will be emailing everybody on the wait list tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. And then we're going to email anybody that's on that wait list, and then you guys can grab those open spots. Okay. Technically, you can grab a spot. Really, I think it's April 3rd. I think you can still grab a spot up to April 3rd, as long as spots are still open. Okay. As long as spots are still open. If I send that email out to you tomorrow and you are on the wait list and you go ahead and you grab your spot, I just want you to know we don't actually process the payment until April 3rd. April 3rd each month, the 3rd of each month is when the payments process. So I'm just telling you that because sometimes it freaks people out when they're like, they sign up and they realize nothing came out of their bank account and they're like, oh, I must have messed up. Something must be wrong. It's all good. You'll get a thank you response. And then the actual payment will process on the 3rd. Okay. So we would love, love, love for you to come and enjoy working with fabric with me in the spring. You're going to love not only doing this project, but some of the other projects we're working on. And I think you'll really be inspired by the wonderful women that are in this group. They are just amazing and they're super creative and it's just so fun. We always share pictures of our projects. We're always there to lift each other up and encourage each other and inspire each other. And to those of you that have never even put a thread through a needle, right? You've never done anything like this. We have people that were just like you that have joined and now are making just the most fabulous projects. Like you would think they'd been working with fabric for their whole life, right? We do have some little short videos to help you learn some specific little stitches or practice on certain things. So we really are there to just help and encourage to get you started because this really is a fabulous group. Isn't it just so cute? I'll kind of hold it up here a little closer so you can kind of peek. Of course, we have our little blooms, little different ways that we're going to make centers and all the things. So I think this is just a really cute project. And I know somebody's probably going to ask me, so let me measure this out real quick because I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is 6 inches wide and it's 12 inches tall. So basically this project is 6 by 12. Okay, 6 by 12 and lots of yummy, yummy, beautiful blooms, right? Lots of yummy, beautiful blooms. So we're going to have a great time in there. Does anybody have any questions for me? No, you don't have to. You don't have to know how to sew. Lynn, look, you can read all the comments here. Lynn Montgomery just telling you. Yes. Sharon says, just wondering, are some of the flowers made of ribbon? Not this time. Not for this project anyway. But there are some beautiful flowers we can make out of ribbon. Also, there's beautiful flowers you can make out of rickrack. Our April projects are really, actually April and May, going into, as we kind of go into summer, you're going to be exposed to a lot of different type of flower making techniques. Okay. Yes, you're going to be exposed to a lot of that. All right. So that is our live reveal for the April In Bloom stitching kit. Now there's still a few things I'll be adding. We're going to add a little something up here. We got to add leaves, but I just wanted you to kind of get a sneak peek of what is coming your way if you are a Fabric Fan Club member. If you're not, but you want to be, go get on the wait list. You got to get on the wait list. And then tomorrow I'll be emailing everyone on the wait list so that you can grab open spots. And we did make additional kits so that we do have open spots. Okay. All right. Okay. I haven't really seen any other questions pop up. So, yes, thank you guys. I'm so glad that you love, you love what's coming your way. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. Okay, so we're going to say bye-bye to the pretty flowers. And I'm going to do a live giveaway. Well, actually, I'll hold them here while we do this. Okay, I'm going to hold it right here. We are going to give away a fabric bundle. We're going to give away a fabric bundle. We're giving away the March fabric bundle that was last month's. So one lucky commenter, that is what you're about to win. Okay. So let me go back over here. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to do our first giveaway of the evening. Let me just make sure I remember how to do it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, 235 entries. Okay, let's draw. We're going to draw for a winner of a fabric bundle. And the fabric bundle in March was called Spring Cottage. So whoever wins, Lori Holt. Lori Holt is our winner. Lori, to claim your prize, all you have to do is email us at info@misstraceycreates.com. We'll make sure we have, the shipping address you want us to send your prize to, but you have just won a Spring Cottage fabric bundle. So you guys give it up for Lori. That's so exciting. We're excited for you, Lori. All right, I'm going to take that off the screen and let's go back to this view here. I know, right? So exciting. Okay, so now I'm going to switch gears. We're going to talk about the Napkin Club, right? We're going to talk about the Napkin Club next. So let me move that out of the way. I'm really excited to share this one. Every so often in the Napkin Club, it's fun for me to kind of do something a little bit different. And April is one of those months where it's a great time to, throw out something maybe a little unexpected. Okay. So I also wanted to tell you, actually, the Napkin Club and the Fabric Fan Club are celebrating their 5-year anniversary. The Napkin Club actually launched in March of 2020, and the Fabric Club launched in April of 2020. So both of them we're celebrating their 5-year anniversary, which is just crazy. I can't believe how fast these 5 years have gone by. And I'm just super excited about the next 5. So this month, we're going to do something a little bit different in the Napkin Club. And as we start talking about this, before I start kind of revealing and talking about the techniques and things we're going to do in April, the Napkin Club also is operating off of a wait list. So as we're talking about this tonight, definitely ask questions. Some of my team members are here live in the chat to help answer any questions that you have. We actually have several team members on tonight that are happy to share links with you, all of those things. We have opened up several more spots for the Napkin Club. Okay. So if your name is on that wait list, you also will receive an email. We have a different wait list for the Napkin Club. So make sure you're using that link, and the gals are sharing it right now in the comments. And I'm trying to think, let's see. Well, yes, I'm going to email everybody tomorrow. I'm trying to remember. I think that the payments now for Napkin Club members that are just signing up process on the 4th. Okay. I always have to think about that because some process on the 3rd, some process on the 4th. So if you're incoming new member for the Napkin Club, your payment will process on the 4th of the month. But I'm going to email you tomorrow so that you can grab your spot. Okay. So let's just jump right into this because I have a little explaining to do to make sure that you understand what's going to happen this month in the Napkin Club. And so I'm going to bring this down just a wee bit. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So in April, we're going to be doing something, or the name of the bundle. I should start with that. The name of the bundle for April is called Color Craze. Okay. Color Craze. And I'm going to ask you a question. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to answer it in the comments. Okay. How many of you loved coloring books when you were young, right? How many of you loved that fresh box of crayons and having that new coloring book to go in and color the pages of? If you loved coloring when you were a kid, in fact, I still love coloring as an adult, as a grown-up, as a very, very much grown up. I just had a birthday. I loved coloring, and I still do. So that's one question I had for you. The second question, okay, I see lots of great answers here. That's awesome. The second question I have for you is, how many of you ever did paint by number? Did you ever do paint by number as a kid? You'd have a little canvas or something, and all the little little design parts would have a number, so you knew which color to paint which one. It's still collecting comments, Susan, so it's okay. Thank you though for reminding me. But yes, it's going to keep collecting comments. Okay. So paint by number, right? So if you love to color in coloring books, and maybe you even kind of like that whole concept of paint by number, well, this is something, and I know it might seem a little strange, so I'm going to try to explain it the best way that I can. I designed this napkin bundle for us, which by the way is 15 napkins, 2 designs per napkin, so 30 designs. 30 designs in this napkin bundle, 15 napkins, okay? We, in the month of April, in the Napkin Club, are going to color with napkins. We're going to color with napkins. If you want to think about it more like paint by number, we're going to napkinize by number. Okay. Think of it kind of as coloring, like a coloring book, coloring outline, coloring pages, that whole paint by number thing. But we're not going to use crayons and we're not going to use paints. We're going to use napkins. Okay. We're going to use napkins. And I really am so excited. It's something I've actually been thinking about for a while. So I'm going to show you all of what's in here, but doesn't it sound interesting? So not only in the Napkin Club in April are you going to get the napkin bundle, but I'm going to have some digital printables for you. Okay. So if you're Napkin Club members, I've designed some digital printables for you that are going to kind of look like coloring page images. So I have one here that I'm still kind of tweaking, but it's smaller images. Some of our images will be larger, like, and I'm going to show you how to transfer these images to whether it be a canvas or a wood sign, or maybe even something small. We're going to start in the very, very beginning. Our first projects are going to be a little smaller, like card fronts or tags, or, smalls, like small canvases, small wood items, because I want you to kind of understand the process. So just think about like birds, maybe potted plants, maybe some flowers, right? And then maybe some other types of flowers. This is just some images to kind of get you kind of understanding. So it's these printables are going to look kind of like coloring pages or images that would be part of a coloring page. Okay. Yes, it's going to be so fun. So keep all this to start kind of thinking this through in your head. And then let me show you what this bundle is going to look like. It's very different than any bundle we've done before. Most of the time, the Napkin Club bundles have beautiful, imagery and icons and, different things. Well, this one is, again, Color Craze. It's about color, shades of colors, and patterns. Okay. And we're going to be mixing all this up to create these unique, awesome, wonderful color craze projects. Okay, color craze projects. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the side. I just think they look so pretty from the side. Isn't that pretty? So do you see that you're kind of getting a rainbow? Yeah, maybe we need to make a rainbow. That's a thought. So anyway, you're going to see that there is a pink family. There is a yellow family. There is a green family. There's a blue family. And there's a purple family. Okay. So pink, yellow, green, blue, purple. Those are the color families. And as I mentioned, there's 15 napkins. There's 3 napkins of each family. Okay. So I'm gonna open these up in just a minute, but just so you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, and then there's 2 designs per napkin. So really you're getting 6 shades of pink and 6 patterns, like unique patterns or backgrounds. Maybe you want to think of it as a background per each color. Okay. I'm not streaming in the Napkin Club. Nope, Nancy, I'm live on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page, and then we'll share this over. And the reason we do that is because anyone that's commenting, when it's public like this, as you're commenting, we're able to do our live giveaways. Okay. But yeah, all of this will be shared over into the private groups as well. All right. So first off, are you intrigued? Are you thinking, oh, like, are you getting it? Is the light bulb kind of turning on? I hope so. I was really hopeful to have a couple of small projects finished that I could just show you for this live reveal. But with the live Napkin Art Live event happening last week, there was just no extra time. No extra time. But I promise I'm going to walk you through every step of the way. I think you're really going to enjoy some of the printables that I'm creating for us. And we're, like I said, we're going to start off kind of small. We can even throw in some numbers just to help everybody get the gist of what we're doing. But this entire month of April, we are coloring with napkins on different surfaces, on different substrates. We're also going to add in some other fun touches through our pen work and through a few other techniques that I'm going to keep a secret for now. Okay. But I think you're going to really, really like this. It's just going to be very different, very fun, and color craze. That was just the best thing I could call it. It's color craze month in the Napkin Club. Okay. All right. So again, I'm just going to kind of show you the side here. We'll just kind of do a quick little flip through. You can see those. So I'm going to very quickly now just go ahead and show you the live reveal. When we get done with the live reveal, again, and my team members are out here in the comments. If you want to join the color craze and have some fun coloring with napkins with us in April, you have to go get your name on the wait list. Okay, that's the only way to get into the Napkin Club right now. And I have opened up some additional spots for people because I just think this is going to be really fun for any type of crafter, any type of maker out there to come and try. Okay, so get your name on that wait list. Tomorrow, you'll get an email from me with the link to grab a spot. Okay, so yeah, I'm super excited about it. All right, so let's jump in. I'm actually going to jump in with this one. All right, we're going to start with this one. So every time I show you a napkin, you're going to see a certain design. You're going to see the design repeated through all 5 of the colorways. Okay, so pink, yellow, green, blue, purple. Okay, so you're going to see them represented, and you'll see more as we get going. So this is one of the lightest shades of pink. And when we open up this napkin, the way that these are designed is you're getting kind of half of a napkin in this color with this pattern and half of a napkin in a different shade of pink, still in the pink family, but a slightly different shade of pink. And I don't know, sometimes cameras get a different kind of a hue. Let's see if we can get a good pure. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Okay, so just to make sure that you can see, so this is what your napkin will look like. So each napkin, 2 designs, 2 shades of whatever color that is. Okay, So we're going to be building off of all these shades and patterns, and we're going to be coloring with our napkins. So that is one of them. Here's the one that was on the front. We had to have this pretty, almost kind of looks like a paint splotchy, paint splattery type pattern here. And I love this one because it's got kind of some different shades of pinks in it. And then here's a darker shade of pink. You're going to notice that most of the patterns are going to be smaller. Why do you think that's important? Yeah, well, we're coloring, so we're going to be cutting out smaller pieces, right, to go in and create these beautiful flowers or whatever images we're going to be painting in with napkins, okay? So you can see, in fact, let's do this. I'm going to just, okay, all right, hang on. I know, this is a difficult reveal, y'all. It's not difficult, it's just different. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one here at the top. And then you'll see that then we're going to kind of come down to here. So do you see what I mean? Same color family, different shades, different patterns. I'm also throwing us in some colored wood. Okay, some colored wood grain. Okay, I love wood grain. It's another texture. It's another type of look. So every colorway will have a wood grain to it. And every color pattern or colorway will also have good old awesome polka dots. So when I lay this out, I hope now that kind of helps you to see we have an array of shades, right? Going from light kind of into medium, kind of into dark, right? Light, medium, bright maybe, or dark, however you want to see that or say that. But we have all these shades of pinks now to work with when we want to color in pink into one of our the printables that I'll be, and these printables are all going to be custom designs. Okay. They're going to be designed by me. We'll start off with kind of some smaller ones just till we all kind of get the hang of it. And then we'll build up, build up, build up. But all of our projects this month are going to be coloring with napkins. Okay. Coloring with napkins. All right. Let's move on to our next ones here. So our next colorway is yellow. And I'm going to just turn it like this. So you know now that it's kind of double. So let's look at yellow. We'll start with our yellow one there. And then again, because I know what the printables look like. So I kind of chose shades, things that I thought would look good kind of combined together. Look at this. Look at that kind of golden mustard wood grain. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, here, we'll just do it like this. All right, so that is our kind of yellow family. Do you see how we go from super, super light and bright to really dark, right? So we have all of these colors to work with, not to mention the fact that these are all going to make great backgrounds. Sometimes we just need those companion prints. These are going to look great with, if you're already in the napkin club, these are going to look so good just pairing them with other napkins that are already in your stash, right? So it's going to be, I feel like a kid again. It's going to be so fun to do. And it's something we've never done before in the Napkin Club. And it is our 5-year anniversary. So it's like, it's just time to do something, take a little crafty, creative detour and try something new. So again, here is our green color family. Look at those pretty shades of green. Green, green, green. Into our darker shades of green. So the greens were really fun because you'll see some of them have that really bright, like springy Kelly green, almost limey green. And then this almost goes more of a kind of an aqua green direction and then into a darker green. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. So same patterns for all. And then of course the different shades. So that one's the green. Here is the blue. I got to get you guys as excited about this as me because I think you're really going to like this. It's like letting the kid in us come out and play again. So if you loved coloring as a kid or, I kind of equate it to coloring or paint by number. But we're going to napkinize. We're going to color with napkins. You're going to learn some transfer techniques on how to use the digital printables. And look at those blues. Oh, almost kind of blues into teals, right? Yeah. Blues and purples are your favorite, Gail? You like the greens, Kimberly? Oh, yeah. It's just wait until we start mixing them all together. All right, here's our purple family. This is our last colorway in the Color Craze napkin bundle. And again, purples can go lots of different colorways, right? So I think it's a pretty good representation of the different shades within each color family. Yes. So if you're kind of in a creative rut, anybody ever get in a creative rut? Maybe it's just time for you to try something new. If you want to come and try something new with us, this would be a great month to do it in the Napkin Club. For those of you, we have people that have been in the Napkin Club since it was born, since it was first launched in 2020. And so this also is to celebrate you guys, right? You've been here in the Napkin Club with me for so long. And I just really wanted us to just do something fun and different. And something I think that's going to appeal to any level of crafter, whether you're just a beginning crafter or a seasoned crafter, you've been doing this for a long time. I think we're going to have a lot of crafty creative fun in April with the Color Craze bundle. And then, as I mentioned, these are just some simple images just to show you. Some of our images will start off being very simple, right? Very simple things. And then and progressively they'll change. There'll be different design printables that I will make available to you in the Napkin Club. And we're going to be coloring with napkins. I'm going to be teaching you different ways to color with napkins. Okay. You're going to be learning how to do it on different types of surfaces in April, different substrates, different surfaces. And then also the transfer techniques of figuring out, how do I get these images? How do I get my coloring page onto a piece of wood? How do I get my coloring page onto a canvas or an apron or a tote bag? Whatever it is that you want to color on. So April's going to be a really, really great month. If you want to come and join us for Color Craze, that's the name this month, the Color Craze napkin bundle. Again, there are 15 napkins, 5 colorways, 3 napkins of each color, but 2 designs on each napkin. So really you're getting, in the end, when you do the math, you're getting 30 designs, 30 patterns, and 30 shades. That's a pretty big coloring box. When you got a coloring box as a kid, I always wanted the biggest one with as many crayon colors in it as I could possibly get. So essentially, that's kind of how I had to think about it. I'm trying to give us as many crayons in the coloring box, right? Crayons in the crayon box through napkin art. Okay. All right. I love seeing you guys excited. Yes, it is going to be so fun. And yeah, my husband, I said this at the Napkin Art Live event this weekend too. He's like, every once in a while, he'll just ask me, he said, well, have you taught everything yet? Have they learned it all yet? And I'm like, nope. There's always more to learn. There's always more to learn. That's the great thing about being a creative spirit is creativity never dries up, right? The more you use, the more you have, right? So if you want to come and join us in the Napkin Club, get on the wait list. Okay, get on the wait list. I'm emailing everyone on the wait list tomorrow. When the spots are filled, but we do have We did make sure we had plenty of available, like we have plenty of available napkin bundles for us to add a pretty good chunk of extra members. And so I'm hoping that you'll come over and join the color craze with us in April in the Napkin Club. So I'm going to go back now and we're going to give away live. Just by posting a comment, it's throwing your name into a live drawing. And the second winner we're going to draw is going to get a Color Craze napkin bundle. Whether you're in the Napkin Club or not, anybody can win. And so let me go over here. I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to draw another winner. So when you see this winner's name, it's the first winner. Okay. So let me add this to our stage. Okay, and we're going to draw again. 312 entries this time. 312 entries. So this will be the winner of a Color Craze napkin bundle. Arlene Prevo. Arlene Lenz Prevo. Congratulations. Yay. You guys give it up for Arlene. Arlene, you just won a Color Craze bundle. It's just like you got the biggest crayon box, right? So congratulations to Arlene. That is just super exciting. And let me take this down. So Arlene, all we need you to do is email us at info@misstraceycreates.com. Okay, info@misstraceycreates.com, and just say, hey, I was the Color Craze napkin bundle winner. We'll make sure we have the shipping address that you want us to use to ship your prize to you. Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to, if you guys have questions, let me know while I'm kind of putting our bundle back together here. You can kind of see all the colors and the patterns as I do this. And yeah, we're just going to have a blast. We're just going to color and paint with napkins. And yes, all of the design printables are custom designed by me, as are these napkins, by the way. All of these napkins are my designs, and really had a lot of fun doing these. Okay. Any questions about the Napkin Club? Any questions that you have that my team members have not answered already for you? How do you get on the wait list? Tammy wants on the wait list. Tammy, we have some team members out there. If you'll just watch the comments, they will post, I don't know. Is somebody on my YouTube channel right now? Okay, I may have to go over. I'll tell you what, when this is over, if you happen to be watching on YouTube, I will go over and post the wait list to the YouTube channel after this live is over. But if you're watching on Facebook, you should be able to see the comments popping up. Yeah, you should be able to see the comments popping up. Ashley's out there. Susan's out there. Leanne's out there. All of my community managers are on with us tonight sharing the links. And that is just a link. You'll go put your name on the wait list and then watch for an email from me tomorrow. Now, make sure when the emails go out tomorrow, if you're not normally getting emails from us already, always check your spam, always check your promotions or your junk mail, wherever, because you just never know sometimes where those emails are going to go. If you're on the wait list and tomorrow you can't find the email, then email us, info@misstraceycreates.com, and that way we can then respond back to your email to make sure that you get in. Okay. Patty, all of that will be discussed in the Napkin Club group. We'll be sharing a little bit more, and I'll be sharing printables and all the things, the ones we're going to start with. All of that will be shared with you in the private Napkin Club group, as just like the Fabric Fan Club group as well. Any of those types of details, all that stuff will be shared within our private Facebook groups. That's where we hang out. That's our private hangout. That's our online craft room. That's where I go live. I'm generally live in the Napkin Club every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Also, you have access to watch the replays. With the changes with Facebook, you can watch the replays in the Facebook group for the next 30 days. But we also have something called a Club Hub. So all of our content has another place where it lives. Think of it like an online classroom library type thing. So in those you have access to for as long as you are a member. That goes for all 4 of my creative membership groups: Fabric Fan Club, Napkin Club, Page Builders Clubhouse, and the Faith Journaling Experience. So you will have access. You don't have to worry about the Facebook deletion. We will have everything that you need and you'll have access to it. Okay. Yes. And then you can watch the replays anytime you wish. Also, not only are you getting access to like the things we're doing coming up in April, right? But you're also going to have access to things we've done in the past in that group. Okay. Tons of content, tons of creative content, tutorials, videos, all kinds of things, templates, printables, all the things just waiting for you to come and enjoy them. All right. So I have 2 more things I want to talk about, and I'm just going to give you something pretty to kind of look at. We'll just have something pretty here to look at because I have 2 other membership groups. Okay. I have 2 other membership groups, and they are, I don't know if I can kind of fan these out maybe a little bit. Let's see, kind of sort of here. Okay. There we go. So I have 2 other membership groups that are not tied to physical product. They're digital. They're digital groups. The first one I want to talk to you about is called the Page Builders Clubhouse. So if you're out there watching right now and you're in the Page Builders Clubhouse, if you'll just say, hey, I'm here, I'm in the PBCH. It's just fun for us to see you out there. And if you want to share something that's your favorite thing about being in the Page Builders Clubhouse, that would be awesome. But the Page Builders Clubhouse is for those of us that love to preserve our photos, our memories, our stories, all through the process of scrapbooking. I love to scrapbook. I'm a memory keeper. I'm a memory keeper. I love to take pictures. I love to preserve those pictures and those moments because for me, looking at a photo is like a one-way ticket back to a memory. That's what it is for me. So in April, in the month of April, we're doing a spring mini series, just a little spring mini series. This would be a great time for some of you out there that maybe you've never scrapbooked before, or you're just not, maybe you did for a long time and you got burned out. There are a ton of burned out scrapbookers out there. And quite honestly, I think we've all, as scrapbookers, we've all kind of been on the cusp of burnout at one point or another, whether it was being overwhelmed by the amount of photos we have, overwhelmed by the amount of supplies that we have, overwhelmed because we just didn't have enough time to get everything done, and typically, if you're like me, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you just shut down. You're not getting joy out of that, right? So the Page Builders Clubhouse is basically to bring the joy back to your scrapbooking, to make it simple and easy for you. So I have a layout here. I'm just going to show you. It's one that we did in our past series that we just finished up. So let me grab that. I thought it'd be fun for y'all to just see, so you can kind of see my style and some of what we do. So anytime I make a scrapbook layout, and I typically do double layouts, so 2 pages that coordinate, I make a page builder guide. Okay. So the guide, the Page Builders Clubhouse, is geared at you using your own stash of papers. I'm not sending you more paper. Most paper people have tons of paper. You don't need any more paper. You need to use what's in your stash, right? That's what we need to do. We need to use what we're already sitting on top of. So like this home layout, when we made this home layout, everybody's home layout looks different, right? Because they're making them out of their own stash of papers. Whatever fits for their pictures, for maybe, and I'll give you a few examples. So like on this home layout, I had templates for the H, M, and the E, right? I did use a little journaling card here, and almost all paper companies and have like cut apart papers that have cute little sayings and different things on them. But this page would feature 3 photos right here. So when we did these in the Page Builders Clubhouse, it was really fun because we had mine. You got, some of you know that we made an investment into a lake house, like a second, kind of like a vacation or a gathering place for our family, as our family is growing by leaps and bounds, but a place for us to gather. So some of my pictures, I was kind of gearing them towards the stuff we're doing at the lake house right now. But we had somebody in our group that just had a new grandbaby. And so they did the coming home pictures, right, of bringing the baby home. We also had some people in the clubhouse do it as kind of like their home away from home for travel, because so many of us now, when we travel, we might do an Airbnb, right? Staying somewhere else. So kind of like your home away from home while you're on vacation. So there's lots of ways that this could be used. So this is one page, and then I'm going to show you the companion page that goes along with it. And I'm going to switch my screen here real quick. Let's see. There we go. I just want you to be able to kind of see it a little bit better kind of here next to each other. So usually 2 pages. And then this page just kind of has an area for collaged photos. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like this layout would feature 7 photos, right? So then when we have our page builder guides made for these, you're given all the measurements to cut your own papers. So this way you can cut them from your own stash. It can fit your needs. It can fit the theme that you need it to be. Maybe you were celebrating Christmas at home. Maybe this is all Christmas paper that you want to use. Does that make sense, you guys? So yeah, really, really fun to come in, create these layouts. And what it does is it helps to take away that overwhelm, right? Because somebody else has given you the idea, giving you the guide, and all of this is done digitally through downloads through our private Facebook group. So you can just download them, print them off. And I generally go live in this group on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Central. Again, we have a lot of people watch the replays. We do special series from time to time. And so for April, we're doing just for the month of April, a little spring mini series. So the layouts we're going to be doing are going to be geared towards things happening in the spring, right? So I definitely want to create a really cute general spring layout that you could use for all types of photos. We're going to also do an Easter, something geared around Easter. And then one, I think we're going to do one kind of geared around Mother's Day. But again, the cool thing about it is, let's think about it. If I do a general spring layout and I give you the page builder guide for it, does your layout have to be spring? No, it could be baseball. It could be sports. It could be birthday. It could be whatever theme you want it to be. I'm just giving you the jump start, right? The springboard, so that you're not just sitting there staring at your photos, staring at your papers, and what I call blank page syndrome. Okay. And we have the best time in our group. We post pictures. We're always showing what we've done with the different page builder guides. And I have some fun little springy paper techniques that I'm going to be throwing in to teach you guys in the month of April in the Page Builders Clubhouse as well. Okay. So if you're a memory keeper, let me pop it back up here. If you're a memory keeper, right? If you want to preserve your photos and journal your story and just, have a way to preserve these for yourself and for future generations to come, I want you to come check us out in the Page Builders Clubhouse. Come try it out, see if it's a good fit for you. And April is a great month to do that because we're doing a spring mini series. And then sometimes our series are longer. We've done calendar page series. Like we've done all kinds of things. We're going to do another travel series in the summer because all of us take pictures when we go on vacations, right? So if you're interested in joining, you can join right now. We don't have a wait list for this group. It's open. It is open and we're ready to take on new members anytime you're ready to come and try it out. So the other thing I wanted to say about the Page Builders Clubhouse is that you're also going to have access to past page builder guides, hundreds. We probably need to count them, Susan. I have no idea how many page builder guides are in that group right now, but it's in the hundreds. I don't know. We're gonna have to like have some kind of celebration when we hit 1,000 page builder guides in that group. But you can reuse them over and over and over again in different themes for different occasions, all the things. Okay. So I'm going to do another live giveaway. We're going to give away 1 month in the Page Builders Clubhouse. We're going to give away the April. Basically, we're signing you up for April in the Page Builders Clubhouse for free. Okay, that is the giveaway I'm about to announce. We're going to draw it. We're going to draw it really quickly. And I really want to encourage those of you, if you've never scrapbooked before, come join us. I also, though, really, my heart goes out to those of you that scrapbooked at one time, enjoyed it for a long time, and got overwhelmed and stopped. I want to bring the joy back to you. Okay. I want to make it simple and easy and fun for you again. Okay. We want to get rid of that overwhelm. So I'm going to encourage you to come and join us as well. Okay. So let's share the screen again. And let me get over here. Okay. 332 entries right now. This winner is going to win 1 month free, April 2025, free access, Patty Watson Pulignano. I never can, I know I probably butchered your last name, Patty. Patty Pulignano? Pulignano? I don't know. Patty P. Let's just say Patty P. So Patty P, you are our winner. And if you would like to claim your spot in the Page Builders Clubhouse for the month of April, just email us at info@misstracycreates.com. Okay. So excited. So you guys give it up for Patty. Patty is a winner. That is awesome. Okay. Congratulations, Patty. So the final thing that I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm going to have to get up for a moment. I'm going to go grab something really quickly here. I took a couple of my journaling Bibles, one that I'm working in right now, to our Napkin Art Live event, just because I love using napkins in my Bible pages and just to show people the different things that I do. But probably the group that I'm, if I had to say, is the that I'm just extremely passionate about is my Faith Journaling Experience group. It is all about Bible journaling. It's about connecting, letting your creativity, right, and your faith collide. Okay, it's letting your creativity and your faith collide on the pages of a journaling Bible. So 2 of my journaling Bibles are still packed up because I haven't unpacked everything from the event yet. But I do have a couple of my older journaling Bibles. So I was going to grab those real quick, and just so I could show you a couple of pages and talk to you about the mini series that we're going to be having in April. We're turning our hearts to Easter in April. Easter is April 20th this year. So our mini series for the month of April in the Faith Journaling Experience is called the Easter Story. It's called the Easter Story, and our focus, I have devotionals for you in this group. We have devotionals. We do live journaling nights where we're documenting what we learned from the devotionals and the scripture into the pages of our journaling Bibles. We have fun technique nights where we're just sharing and learning new things, new types of techniques, or also kind of focusing on like the products that are good to use in your Bible, doing some fun technique nights in there. Everything we do in the Faith Journaling Experience group, you guys, is meant to glorify God. It's a way to glorify God. It's a way for us to experience scripture in a new way, right? And retain the scriptures in a new way. And it's just something wonderful to know that you can document your prayers, your praises, what you're learning. It's just an incredible experience to be able to do in a journaling Bible. Now, just like I said at the very beginning with the Fabric Fan Club, you may have a sewing machine, but you don't need a sewing machine for the Fabric Fan Club. Here's the thing about faith journaling and Bible journaling. You don't actually have to do this in a Bible, even though I do it in Bible, and I think eventually you'll want to do it in a Bible. I purchased journaling Bibles that have journaling Bibles have that extra kind of margin. The two Bibles that are still packed. Oh no, I have my Psalms Bible. Okay, I have that here too. Some Bibles now have a full blank page in between each page of text. Those are called interleaved journaling Bibles. Those are awesome to be able to go in. And again, it's like creative note taking, creative reminders to yourself, using that gift of creativity to worship and praise God. It's just such an amazing experience. So I need to cross over to the other side of my room. I'm going to grab a couple of my journaling Bibles so that I can show you. And then let's talk a little bit about the mini series. And then I also have a live giveaway for the faith journaling experience that we're going to do as well. So let me grab those real quick. I forgot to grab those earlier. Now, I have been Bible journaling for quite some time. Okay. Over a decade now. Okay. And I love it so much. So I do have multiple journaling Bibles, and eventually they start to fill up, and then you get another journaling Bible. Again, if you don't want to make an investment into a journaling Bible, especially when you're not sure if it's going to be for you, right? Like, I want you to come in and be able to try it out, see if it's for you. Obviously, not all things are for all people. And that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? But you don't know until you come in and you give it a shot, right? And you give it a try. So if you don't want to make an investment into a journaling Bible, then you don't have to. It could be any kind of journal. It could be a notebook. It could be a sketchbook. There are lots of journals out there that have like art paper, kind of art quality paper in them. If you just want to journal, and in your own, you could call it a prayer book or a praise book or your faith book, your faith journal, your prayer journal. And then if you realize that you really are being blessed by this process, and God's working on you through this process, and you want to continue it, then you can maybe make the decision to jump into a journaling Bible. Okay. So I'm going to just show you a couple pages here because this is one of my earlier Bible journaling Bibles. And this one has like the blank space. So I'm going to lift up, we made our own little feather wings here. And this is in Psalm 91. God will cover me with his feathers, and under his wings I will find refuge. So we actually made a little tip in from feathers. Can you see that? We kind of gold tipped them. We painted on them. Just a beautiful little wing here. So, but this is how a lot of journaling Bibles in the beginning, when I first started this process, this is what they had. It's like a note taker's Bible. You have this empty margin right here. And then watercolors. Watercolors were really important to me, especially, well, all the time. Watercolors are great to use on the pages of your Bible. But what's awesome about them is you can see through them. Okay, so do you see how I have my little mountains here? And this says, you are God. Even before the mountains were formed, you were God, right? You are God, even before the mountains were formed, right? So did a little mountain drawing. I always like to do something to the verse or the passage that inspired the page. Okay. So you might have, let's go to this one right here. That was my word of the year in 2016, commit. We add little, what we call tip-ins, things that we add into our Bible, little kind of interactive flips and flaps for extra spots for journaling. I'm just going to flip through some of these. And I want you to know that my journaling Bibles don't take the place of like my study Bibles. I think a lot of us I think a lot of us have multiple Bibles, right? So my journaling Bibles are for this process. Like it's kind of like giving myself permission, right, to do this process in these Bibles. And so let me kind of flip through a few more here. So again, this one, you can see this is that empty margin space. And these are my notes, right? I used stickers on this. I think I actually used a stencil on this, some watercolor. The days are coming. Jesus is coming. He lives, right? So in the beginning, this is like one of my very first journaling Bibles. I'll just say this. I was really, when you first start this process, it can be kind of like you're nervous. It's kind of scary. It's like, oh my gosh, what if I make a mistake? What if I mess up? This is a Bible, right? Well, I can promise you, anything and everything has happened to me at one point or another, as far as like little oopsies or craptastrophes. And myself and others included in this group, we always come up with a creative option. There's never a mistake, just an opportunity to embellish. Okay. There's nothing a little sticker can't cover up, things like that. But in the very beginning, you guys, I stayed right here in what I call the safe zone, right? This was my safe zone. I just stayed right here in the margin. And then you start to kind of embrace the process and you start to really realize, okay, what was the purpose of me getting this journaling Bible? This is the little blue house. I wanted to put the little blue house in my Bible here. And you just start to realize, okay, you'll see that your artwork or your watercolors or your journaling will start to kind of cross over, not only onto one page, but the second page and so forth. Again, little tip-ins, teach my heart to look to the Lord first. Do you see what I mean? And then I started getting braver and I started going over. And so for me, I just make sure that whatever the verse or the passage that inspired the entry, always I do something around it to make it stand out. Okay, to make it stand out. So this is what just the extra margin space looks like. Now, they make some awesome Bibles now, journaling Bibles that are called interleaved Bibles. Those are the Bibles that I haven't unpacked yet from the event. But interleaved Bibles are awesome too because you get a full blank page. Sorry, I'm just going to open up a few of these just so you can see. You get a full blank page. Now you can see this is still like the original. In the beginning, this is all that was out there for note-taking and creative journaling, we'll say. But now, see the little tip-ins, all the fun things here. Now they have interleaved journaling Bibles. And interleaved Bibles I just wanted to show you some napkin art. Like this is napkin art in this Bible. Yes, little running shoes. Which way are you running? So there are now interleaved Bibles. So interleaved Bibles have a full blank page in between each page of text. We love that because then if you want to keep all of your creativity on the blank full page, you can. You don't have to cover the text if you don't choose to. This is a Psalms Bible. We did a little study in Psalms, and they actually make Bibles that are just for specific books of the Bible. And so this one is kind of like an interactive, kind of like an interleaved Bible, except for this. Let me get to a page here so I can kind of show you. Okay, let's go to this one right here. So we made this beautiful kind of image out of torn paper. So in this particular Bible, you have this blank page, and then there's text behind it, and then a blank page with text behind it. So your blank page is always this page, right? But see how it has text behind it? So this isn't really a true interleaved Bible, but this is a great option too. Okay, there are lots of different journaling Bibles out there, lots of different versions as well. And the interleaved ones, the whole entire page back and front in between each page is blank. Okay, so I just wanted to give you the rundown, and then again reassure you that you don't have to make the investment in a journaling Bible right away. It's something you can start this process in any type of journal or notebook or sketchbook. Okay, so let's talk about April. April is Easter month. April 20th is Easter this year. So we're just doing a mini series for the month of April geared towards the Easter story. We will be doing some napkin art. I have a faith-based napkin bundle called Easter Blessings. We're going to be using some of the napkins from that bundle this month in our Bibles in creative ways. We're also going to turn our focus to the women of Easter. We're going to look specifically at the women of Easter, and God has some really wonderful things to share and show us and teach us through the women of Easter. So that's going to be our focus the month of April. We do have sometimes it's just a 1-month mini series. Sometimes it's a full series, which is usually 8 weeks. So a couple of months, sometimes, depending on the series, it might be a little bit longer, 8 to 10 weeks. But we would love, if you're interested and want to come and join the faith journaling experience for the month of April, we would love for you to come and join us. It is going to, again, our hearts are going to be turned to Easter. We're going to be talking about the Easter story. You're going to have devotionals that'll be provided for you in the group. You're going to have printables, templates, all kinds of fun things kind of geared towards our devotionals throughout the month of April with a focus on the women of Easter. Okay. Yes, I have multiple. I have multiple journaling Bibles, and it usually takes me about a year to fill up a Bible. So I have a journaling Bible just about for each year. That's about how long it takes to fill to get them pretty, to where they're pretty full. It's time to move on to another one. So I do meet with the Faith Journaling Experience group every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. And I just want to offer this invitation to you. We're going to do a live giveaway right now. Again, not all groups are for all people, but I feel like you should have the opportunity to be able to come in and try a group for the month, right? See if it's something that fits for you. You don't have to we don't have a contract, or you don't have to be in the group for X amount of time. You can come in. If you want to cancel, you can cancel at any time. We ask that you cancel before the last day of the month or by the last day of the month, so we have time to process it before payments run. And payments run for the Faith Journaling Experience group on the 3rd of each month. Okay, on the 3rd of each month. It is a wonderful group. It is a safe group. It's a group that you can feel comfortable just watching and learning. It's also a group that you can feel comfortable with posting prayer requests if you feel led to and need to. We want to pray for the people that are in our group. And we have prayer warriors in there that are committed to doing that. We want to love on you. We want to love on you. And I just want you to see what the process of Bible journaling could do to your life. God can do such amazing things through us when we spend more time in His Word. Okay, so come join us for the Easter story in the month of April. See if you think faith journaling might be something that you need in your life. It's definitely something I need in my life. It helps keep me grounded, helps keep me rooted in the truth. And it's just something that's just very, very, very special to me. Okay. So let's do a live drawing because we're going to give away the month of April. We're going to give away a spot in the Faith Journaling Experience group for the month of April to one lucky winner. So let me go ahead and share my page again here. And all right, here we go. We're going to draw for the winner of a spot in the Faith Journaling Experience group for April. And the winner is Ellen Goodman. Ellen Goodman. So congratulations, Ellen. All you need to do to claim your spot in the Faith Journaling Experience group is just to email us at info@misstraceycreates.com. Okay, info@misstraceycreates.com. We'll get you set up and get you access and all of the things. So congratulations to all of our winners. This has been really an exciting night. I hope that you've enjoyed our live reveals. And then for the Fabric Fan Club, the stitching kit, we'll do a quick little recap. This is the April specialty stitching kit that our April Fabric Fan Club members are going to receive. We're going to be making beautiful, fabtastic fabric and felt flowers. The Napkin Club, this in the month of April, is all about what I'm calling color craze. We're going to be coloring with our napkins. I have some great custom design coloring outlines or printables. So fun new techniques, new ways of using napkin art, coloring with napkins in the month of April. Page Builders Clubhouse, again, is all going to be about spring. So those of you that are interested in scrapbooking, in preserving your photos and your memories, Spring Has Sprung is the name of the April mini series. And then, of course, Faith Journaling. And Faith Journaling in April, we will be focusing on the Easter story and spotlighting the women of Easter. Okay. So 4 very different creative membership groups, 4 opportunities for you to plug yourself in for some creative time. I truly believe that being creative in any aspect, in any way, is so good for us. It's good for us. It's good for our mind. It's good for our body. It's good for our souls, right? There's just it's good to have a sense of community. It's good to have a place to belong, right? We have people in our groups that have just become lifelong friends, and they've never even met in person. It was so fun at the Napkin Art Live event this week because all of these women, a lot of them were in the Napkin Club, and they had met each other online. They knew each other's names, right, from being on Facebook and being online. They finally got to meet in person over these last couple of days. And it was like a reunion. It was just like a wonderful, crafty family reunion. And it's just such a sweet time for us to be able to get together and meet in person. And if you're looking for something to maybe fill a void, right? Maybe there's just something missing and you just need something that's for you. Find a creative membership group. Find something, whether it's with me or somebody else. Find somewhere that you can plug yourself into. Plug yourself into a creative community. You're going to make friends. You're going to enjoy your time with others that share your same passion. But it's also going to give you something for yourself, a way that you can really have something in your life that lights you up, right? That fills your cup. So let's find what that is. Let's find what's going to fill your cup in April. And I just would love for you to come join us. And hopefully I can inspire you. I know the other people in our groups will inspire you. But April's going to be a really special time in all 4 of my membership groups. So I hope to see you there. You can sign up immediately for the Faith Journaling Experience for the Page Builders Clubhouse. If you want to get into the Napkin Club or the Fabric Fan Club, you must get on the wait list. Make sure that you grab our link. And if you didn't see the links earlier, you can go to misstracycreates.com and click on membership groups, and you can get on the wait list there as well. And I will be emailing the wait list tomorrow. We have opened up several new spots in both of those groups. So yeah, April is going to be just fabulous. That's my word for April. It's just going to be creatively fabulous. Okay. So thank you so much for watching tonight. All right. I really, really appreciate you guys. I hope to see you in one of these groups. And those of you that are already in the groups, just get ready. Get ready. We're going to have so much fun. Thank you. Congratulations to all of our winners. You guys stay tuned into Miss Tracy Creates here on Facebook or on my YouTube channel. I actually have several different things happening this week. I'll be going live for a few different classes, and I'll be posting in the group this week when those things are happening. I'll be sharing lots more pictures of the projects we made at Napkin Art Live at our live event over this past weekend, and just all the sweetness that happens. So lots and lots to share this week. You're going to see a lot happening on our pages. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Sunday evening. And I hope you have a great week, and keep creating. Okay. Let's keep creating. Good night, everybody.